Hey, God bless everyone. Sammy D sitting here in the comfort of my Sam beep beep mobile. And I'm just thrilled, excited about coming to church on Sunday. I'm here parked on the side of the building of the church. Wonderful pastors. We're going to have a good time in the presence of the Lord. In the meantime, I want to encourage you with a word that will build your faith up in the Lord. In the Gospel of St. John, chapter 5. And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm corrected, I believe this story is only found in the Gospel of John. It's the story of the paralyzed man. For 38 years, he was paralyzed from the neck down. And it was a tradition that each day when the angel moved the waters, whoever jumped in first would be healed. Now, this man was there 38 years. He couldn't move, so it was pretty much impossible for him to jump in first. Now, I'm sure somebody took care of him. They had to feed him. They had to watch him. They had to change his clothes. He had help, but there was no one to help him go into the waters. And the miracle is that one day Jesus went to that area. He must have known that there was a need there of a man 38 years paralyzed. And he walks in there. You can't keep Jesus out from places he wants to go into. You see, you can't keep Jesus in four walls. You can't keep Jesus in a monastery. You can't keep him in the Vatican. You can't keep him in the temple, in a synagogue. Jesus will go where he wants to go, wherever there's a need. Jesus will visit you in your hospital bed, in your prison cell, at your home, driving in your vehicle. I heard a story about a young lady that was a madame. She was the woman that would go around picking up money from prostitutes. These were classy prostitutes. They would stay in hotels, and they were like call-girls. And you would have to make an arrangements through this woman that I know, that I met, and she would set you up with someone in that hotel room. And she says that one day she was flipping through her radio in Florida. And as she flipped, she heard a message by Billy Graham preaching about salvation, repentance. And she says that all of a sudden she started weeping. Tears started coming down her eyes. And as she started weeping, she felt the conviction that she needed Jesus. And according to her testimony, she drove by a church and she went inside the church that was open that day, and she went to the front and she cried out and said, I need Jesus. I need to get saved. And she got saved. She gave her heart to Jesus. She went back to her hotel room. She packed her things. She left, according to her, $10,000 under the sofa, under the bed, the mattress. In those days, this was in the 80s, $10,000 was worth more than today. And she left the money there. She said, I don't want that money. That's dirty money. And she walked out of the business. She started going to church. She got on fire for God. And God lifted her up. And she started a ministry working with women that have been abused in prostitution, in marriage. And she became a minister of the gospel some years later. You see, Jesus can meet you anywhere you're at right now. Whether you're in your car, in the laundry room, in your home, in the prison cell, in the bed of affliction. This man was paralyzed for 38 years. After 38 years, you would think he would give up hope. Your bones now don't work. Your flesh is weak. Your body is stale. But Jesus walked into this man's life. I'm not talking about a religion, my friend. I'm not talking about a Jesus that is crucified and some people wear them as a crucifixion. I'm not talking about Jesus that's in the tomb. I'm not talking about a Jesus that's religious. I'm talking about the resurrected Christ that is alive, that he is real, that he still speaks today, that he still heals today, that he still does miracles today, that Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, rose from the dead and he is alive forevermore. And when Jesus went up to this man that was paralyzed for 38 long years, he asked him a simple question. You see, this paralyzed man represents the conditions of the world. I'm going to get a little serious now. A little more serious. He represents the conditions of this world without Jesus. Watch my lips now. I want you to get this. Without Jesus Christ in your life, a relationship with the living God, you're living in that condition. You paralyzed spiritually. You might walk around physically. You might be able to do things. You have motion, but spiritually, you're paralyzed. Spiritually, you're in the same condition this man was for 38 years, waiting for the waters to move. People are waiting for a miracle. They're waiting for the waters to move. They're waiting for a spiritual awakening all over the world. In Africa, in Europe, in the Muslim countries, in the islands of República Dominicana, in Puerto Rico, in Cuba, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, in America, we're waiting for the waters to move. We're waiting for a spiritual awakening. And I want to tell you something. The waters are moving. Not physical waters, but the living waters. Jesus said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living waters. Jesus is the waters. Jesus is the one that can quench your thirst. He is the living waters. And if you turn to him, he'll do a miracle of salvation, of healing, of deliverance. The drug addict will be set free. The alcoholic will be sober. The sick person will be healed. The waters are moving all over the world. Jesus Christ is being preached, and he is the living waters that can make a difference, ping, pang, boom, in your life. So while they were there waiting for the waters to move, Jesus came up to this man and he asked him a simple question. How you like my hat? I like it. He asked him a question. He said, do you want to be made whole? Do you want to be made well? That's the question that the world is hearing. But they go to different avenues and different resources. They turn to drugs and pleasures and sexuality and voodoo and witchcraft and religious spirits, because they're looking to be made well, to be made whole. Jesus asked this man an important question. And I would say, if the man did not want to be made whole, why was he there? Of course he wanted to be made whole, but Jesus wanted him to confess it. Jesus wanted him to say it out loud. Jesus wanted him to have faith and to believe and to have hope that he could be made well. Now, he didn't know who he was talking to. He didn't know. And the world does not know Jesus. They don't know him because they refuse, they reject him, they are not into Christ, and sometimes the church presents him in a wrong way, and the world does not hear the voice of God. And this man was asked, do you want to be made well? He didn't know who he was talking to. If he only knew that he was talking to the Creator, if he only knew he was talking to the one that put the sun in his place, the moon in his place, the stars in his place, the one that created everything. The Bible says in Colossians, everything was created for him and by him and through him. He was talking to the Creator of the universe, but he did not know that. Just like the world does not know that Jesus is the Creator. Jesus is the resurrected Christ. It's not about a religion. It's not about a philosophy. It's not about a theology. It's about knowing the person of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. Excuse me. I'm drinking coffee. I got a little choke. The Son of the living God, Jesus. If they only knew who he was, they would turn to him. The man answered him. He gave him an answer. He said, I don't have anyone. I don't have anyone to throw me in the waters. And that's the world today. If you're looking for help in man, you're wasting your time. You don't have anyone. The Pope can't help you. The Virgin Mary can't help you. The bishop, the preacher can't help you. No man can help you. So if you're looking for a man to help you, it's not your mama, it's not your papa, it's not your boss, it's no one can help you but Jesus. The man said the right thing. He said, I don't have anyone. The world does not have anyone. There's no one to help you. There's no one that can give you that help because everybody needs help. Everybody needs Jesus. The man, when he was laying there, he said, I have no one. He said the right thing. Jesus asked him, do you want to be made well? He said, I don't have anyone. And that's the condition of the world. Esa es la condición del mundo, que no tienen a nadie. No hay nadie que te pueda ayudar. Posiblemente el predicador, el pastor te puede señalar, te puede hablar de Cristo, pero el único que te puede salvar, el único que te puede rescatar, el único que te puede sanar es Jesús, no el hombre. The only one that can heal you, that can deliver you, that can restore you is Jesus. It's not a man. Don't look for help in a man. A man might direct you. He might preach to you about the gospel. That's what we do. That's what I'm doing now. But the ultimate helper is Jesus. I can tell you about Jesus that can heal you. I can't heal you, but I know a man that could. I can't walk on the waters, but I know a man that could. I cannot lift you up when you're down, but I know a man that could. Jesus is that person. And the man said, I have no one. Jesus asked him, do you want to be made well? He said, I don't have anyone. He answered right. He doesn't have anyone. But Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was standing right before him, the healer, the deliverer, the creator of everything. And you know what Jesus told him? Jesus didn't say, this is me, I can help you. Jesus did not say, well, maybe you don't have anyone. Jesus said, get up, take up your mat. And excuse me for a second, folks. And walk. Take up your mat and walk. Just get up. If you're down, get up. Whatever brings you down, get up. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I ate something in the coffee and it's still stuck here, but give me a second. Pray for me. I gotta rebuke that devil on my throat. Jesus told him, get up. Just get up. That's all he had to tell him. Levántate. Hace tiempo que tú estabas en esa condición. Levántate. Hace tiempo que tú estás en esos vicios. Levántate. It's been a long time you've been in that condition. Get up. It's been a long time you've been using drugs. Get up. It's been a long time you've been caught up in sexual immorality. Get up. Jesus just told this man, just get up, man. You don't need to know much. You don't need to know theology or anything. Just get up. Get up. He didn't tell him about the deity of Christ. He didn't tell him about I am the Son of God. He didn't tell him I'm in the incarnation of Jesus, of God in the flesh. He just told him, get up, take up your mat, coge tu mastre, and throw it around your shoulder. Take your mat, whatever it is that's keeping you down, whatever addiction, whatever problem, whatever circumstances, whatever difficulty, put it behind you and get up and walk. And you know what happened? The man got up. 38 long years, his bones were already rotten. His flesh was weak. But when Jesus calls you, he makes you whole. And he told this man, get up. And he took up his mat and he walked out of there. The waters were moving, the real waters, the living waters. Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, told this man, levántate, get up. That's what the world needs today. The world needs to get up. They need to wake up from this sleep. They need to get up from laying down all those years and that mess you're in. Levántate. Get up. Take up your mat and walk. The mat, you know what the mat represented? El mat representa el testimonio del hombre. His testimony. His testimony. 38 years I was sleeping, living in this mat. But look, the waters came to me, the living waters, Jesus. And now I have a testimony. I'm no longer sleeping on this mat. Now I'm carrying around the testimony that Jesus heals, he delivers, he can break the chains, he can go right into your circumstances and turn your life around. Get up, move. Testimony. Esto fue lo que hizo el Señor por mí. Me levantó de mi condición. Me sacó de ese lugar. 38 años. He took me out of that place. 38 long years. I got a testimony. Tengo un testimonio de la grandeza de Dios, the greatness of God. The waters were moving. He said, do you want to be made well? ¿Tú quieres estar sano? No tengo a nadie. Es verdad, tú no tienes a nadie. No hay nadie que te apoye. Pero yo estoy aquí. Las aguas se están moviendo. Las aguas se estarán moviendo en tu lugar, en tu casa, en tu vida, en tu iglesia. Levántate. Deja que las aguas se muevan. Y cuando las aguas se mueven, ¡fua! Hay sanidad. Padre, en el nombre de Jesús, I pray for everybody listening to this message. When the waters are moving, there is healing. And I pray for your healing. I pray for your deliverance. I pray that the waters be moving in your life, in your home, in your family. That God will move mightily. That God will do a miracle in your life. I believe in the miracle working power of God. Get up. Move. Move. In Jesus' name. En el nombre de Jesús. God bless you.